Greetings, everybody, and welcome. Today we're doing some Jak and Daxter, and it's been a couple of years since I played it, but I'm ready to start again. It's definitely going to be interesting. See how far we can get.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the Precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose, and why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Yeah, it's probably not the best part to be coming there, but hey, have fun. Poor Daxter is going to get screwed in the end.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
Nah, I think you're fine. I think you'll be okay. Look at him, being a hero. Goodbye, Daxter.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied dark eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dog gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
All right, now we get to get started finally. So many cutscenes in the beginning, and so much tutorial stuff.
Is a communicator.
We're definitely going to be hearing over a lot of this, so
Anytime during your quest.
yeah, I guess bear with it.
These
So,
floating egg-shaped
man,
things
so
are
much
precursor
tutorial.
orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you
so
a power
much
cell in
tutorial.
exchange.
all right, so far so good. We get to collect all the what were these precursor orbs? Then coming up here, got those little green orbs for healing.
This is
It's
a
going to give
power
us more
cell,
tutorial
the most
stuff because we
important
love it.
precursor
That's what
artifact
everybody
you
loves
can
about
find.
video games
You need
nowadays.
to collect
You know,
20 of
because
these
we
so I can
totally
build a
have
heat shield for your
a
8-gram
lot of
zoomer.
tutorials. Now, I remember the saying that, you know, a lot of older games made you work for it, but it's around this era when they were trying to pretty much have a tutorial for everything. Like, it was absurd for how many
Hey,
tutorials
you
they
found
had.
one of my scout flies.
Now we get to go
I sent
collect all
7
the
of them
scout
to
flies.
King
This is
Jerry
going to
to
be
look for power cells, but the
pretty easy.
workers must have captured them all.
This will definitely be one of the easiest areas, the 100%, just the first part. But I want to at least try to collect all the orbs and see how this all goes. Awesome. Another one. Well, there we go, Daxter. You get your own little bust a move, and we get to see what else we can do in this game. You know, this is so exciting, destroying dummies. Now we get to grab some blue eco.
That's
Oh,
blue
man.
eco, which contains
This is the high
energy
peak of this
motion.
game. Back in, you know, the
Blue
early
eco allows you to
2000s.
run fast,
What was it, like
break boxes,
2004,
and even
maybe
activate
2005.
precursor
I don't
artifacts
remember. It's
when you
definitely
get
been a
near them.
while. But, man, has it been a hot minute. Dude, we get to use the blue eco to collect all the extra
Now,
stuff.
each blue eco
Man,
cluster you pick
Stamos
up
is going to tell us
increases the
everything
time you
about
can
it.
use
You
its
know,
power.
we love this old man for what he's done. Fucking Christ, I hate him.
This is a
But yeah, this
precursor
is the
door.
part where he's going to tell us
It
all
can
about the damn
only be
doors and
opened
shit.
by approaching the
We're gonna be
door
going
while
to
channeling blue eco
go
through your
over pretty much
body.
talking about the eco streams and whatnot, and that's what's gonna power it up. But like I said, this
That's a
game's
blue
got
eco
a
vent.
long
More concentrated
tutorial
than
in
the
the
floating
beginning,
clusters.
so
This
it definitely
vent
doesn't
will give you
end
a full
anytime
charge
soon.
of blue eco, letting
It
you use
definitely
it for the
lasts
maximum
way longer
time.
than it needs to. Now we're collecting all this. It's definitely gonna be a while, so we'll skip past this lovely part and get another shit, whatever they're called.
Good work.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's
Blue
going
eco
on
caused the door to open.
once we complete most of
Blue
this.
eco, you can
But I
breathe
do know,
energy into all kinds of precursor
I haven't
artifacts that have lain
beaten this
dormant for
game
years.
myself, just because when I was younger, I just watched my brother go and collect all, was it like 200 or so precursor orbs? So this will be a cinch, I'm sure. But I'm about to say I platinum the other two, Jak 2 and Jak 3. So I'll be excited to go through all of them. But right now I want to see how well Jak 1 will go through. Hopefully it ain't too bad. Yeah, well, right now I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do near the like end of it. Maybe add like a little montage of every goddamn orb I end up getting. Because right now I'm not too sure how many we'll get per episode, but I'm kind of curious. Kind of want to put like a counter at the end. We'll figure something out on how many we end up getting. But yeah, definitely a long tutorial. Longer than what I actually wanted to play. Oh god. Took fucking forever. Oh jeez. Alright, well, here comes my favorite part. Going back to go see Samos. And that's when they're gonna bitch at him.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Alright, well, now we get to enjoy our little adventure. As long as I can find the door. Jeez, that's gonna be freaking annoying. Okay, let me try to get this camera. Oh god, this camera angle adjusted. Definitely gotta get this done. Oh man, if I don't fall off this dang thing. We'll start looking for the scout flies, just so I can see what I can find.
Did you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat?
No, Daxter. I think the, shark just wanted to give the boat a nice kiss, because it cared for the fisherman. And at least I found one of the scout flies. If I can get up here, what the fuck? Let me try this again. What the hell, man? I guess I have to go around the long way. Maybe? Okay, cool. Now, I believe there's like 6 or 7 scout flies that we gotta collect. So, that'll be pretty much the main part we're gonna do. Go through and collect them all. Once we collect them all, then we get to go talk to all the villagers and whatnot. Better go back and grab this one. We'll go to the actual beach part of it after we've done at least a few of the tasks over here. If goddamn get this scout fly, it's gonna take a minute. It shouldn't be too bad. Well, at least I know when I get over here I gotta deal with the farmer. I think he was my least favorite. Once we
what a weird looking thing.
Try to collect some of this shit.
We can get this open if you
And
power
then
up with that
the fact that
zappy
we're gonna
blue
deal
eco
with
stuff.
a lot of unique characters on here will be the fun part. But like I said, gotta beat the shit out of these cows, or whatever the heck you want to call these things. It's very questionable, to be honest. Very questionable. Still debating if I want to get them all into the pen first, or go get the scout fly that's up above real quick. So, I guess I'll skip it for now. We'll go from there. It's definitely going to be a hot minute before I get them all collected. Alright. Okay. Definitely, 3...
Wow! Check
Was
out
it
that
5 or
funky
6?
sculpture sitting out of rocks over there.
I believe it was definitely 6 of them.
This must be a precursor.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to come back like a while from now before we can collect those two. Because each one being 120, yeah, it definitely takes a minute. Heck, we don't even have, what, 80 or so? So it's definitely gonna be a hot minute. But yeah, we'll definitely get all these, whatever these things were called, into their pens real quick. At least get one from the old man over here, the damn farmer that can't do his own damn job. Because that's the fun part in video games. They make you do tasks. Sometimes these tasks suck ass. So as long as we're doing these shitty tasks and getting these goddamn things into their pen, I think we'll be pretty good. I'm not sure, but it definitely reminds me of the goats from Twilight Princess, the little mini game you used to do. So it's definitely like a classic 2000s mission that, again, a lot of games I've seen, you basically did shit like this. Get this animal into this objective. And that was like a rinse and repeat for a lot of older games in the beginning, just to give you the idea of you can move this object to this object, whether it's pushing a box or, again, moving an animal, or in this case right now. Well, now we're at least getting to the last one, so there ain't much more once we get it done. And then we get to talk to the farmer. Kinda sounding a little creepy. Because the last one I read was something about a good girl, so kinda disturbs me. And yes, Daxter, we will talk to the old fuck.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Well, thanks for nothing. Now I got a power cell. Congratulations. Another one down, and another one bites the dust. Alright, we'll see how many more we got before we're done. And we're at number 5 right now, so we definitely got quite a few. Well, while we're going up here, just to collect all these orbs, we'll, I don't think there was anything. I hear a scoutfly, but I'm not sure if it was in the house or where it's at. Could swore it was on top, but it's definitely been. Oh nope, split off. Maybe I'll try it again. Yeah, it's definitely not on the house, so it's got to be in the building. Alright, I'll have to check inside. Yep, I see it. So, once we collect this one, number 5. Okay, so there is 6 of them in the area. I just don't remember where the last one's at. Is it near the, like, pretty much beach? Seems so, or is it in a house? I gotta talk to her anyways.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Now, I'm not really sure how this lady got Daxter confused with the bird. So when we get to the bird, you guys will see a big difference. There's no way.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Now it's at that point I question, since he said dear old uncle, especially later in Jak 2 and Jak 3, which again, this character doesn't even get mentioned whatsoever, so it's a questionable thing. And 6. There's 7. Okay, there's 7 scoutflies. God damn it.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Man, this guy is very scummy. I don't want to give you no 90 for a power cell. Useless bastard. Alright, which means the last one, maybe? Over up. I think that, yeah. Well, we got the last one, so it is 7. I just don't remember from the last one we did, even though it gave us 7 from the last one. So we completed it. We got all of the scout flies.
You found all
Alright, now we get to see what we can do on the beach, just to get started. So, this is the fun task of where they introduce more of the eco stuff in the tutorial. So, we know what's going on, what it can pick up. It shows you all the things it can pick up as you go. Now, this is my favorite part right here, where I feel like I'm gonna get screwed out of this because I'm not paying attention.
All right. Treasure!
Oh, look at these. More orbs. Now we just keep adding to this lovely little collection. As long as I don't get blown up by one of these sandbags, I think I'll be fine. Like, it's definitely... Oh, gosh. It's going to be a pain in my ass. And then, not too far, you can take the little pelican wanting to... steal from me here in a little bit. The cutscene will play. I hate that shit. Just because I gotta go and whack it just to get my shit back. Then I gotta go and back to the island just to open up the container that has all those orbs in it from the stupid bird. Alright, I think this is the last one. Yeah, and then we can go get the other orb over there. You son of a...
Don't worry, I'll avenge you. What?
I mean, he's not wrong. He will definitely do something. That's between Jak 1 and Jak 2. Now, Daxter was a pretty decent PSP game. Definitely one I would like to go and play through. Now, it wasn't one of my favorite ones. It's definitely not the worst one, and that's Jak and Daxter Lost Frontier. That was a horrible game. Like, definitely on the bottom tier of my list of games to go back and replay. I definitely do not want to try that one, but one I might be willing to give a try anyway. So, but again, it's one of my least favorites. Now that is something I would like to know is what would be pretty much your guys' favorite. What's your top favorite video games? Like, everybody has a favorite franchise. That's one thing I'd love to hear. You know, trying to see different franchises. Maybe there's a series I've never played and I would love to give a try. That's why I like to hear other people's opinions on other games. Give it a go. So the next game on my bucket list is between either finally giving Cyberpunk a full try, because when I did play it, like when it first released, oh, that shit was hilarious. But again, it was kind of weird just because my character's penis was outside of his pants the entire time, so it was definitely weird and awkward at the same time, because you have cutscenes and then my guy's slong was just hanging outside his pants. It was definitely weird for that one. Gosh, it kind of makes me wonder on what was the most embarrassing or weird bugs you guys have ever come across, because that was definitely one of the big bugs I've came across in a video game, and trust me, your character should not be looking like that. But again, the biggest bug in general I've done in a video game that literally was like game breaking to where I literally had to start a new save, and I believe it was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, just because there was a part in the game that basically, if you did it wrong, it caused your game to basically soft lock. At least that's what I remember. It's either Pokemon Scarlet or Violet or a different Pokemon game, but it was a Pokemon game that basically made it so I had to start a whole new file. That was real annoying. But could have been worse, I guess. Could have been very worse. Well, since I was already on the topic of game-breaking bugs and stuff, I'll definitely throw up a list of games that had game-breaking bugs and like minor issues that basically was caused here to whatever happened during that time. So this lovely list.
Oh my, that wasn't gentle. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
Comes my favorite part. I get to meet Daxter's new baby.
The poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh no! No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Well, at least the bird will become useful later, unlike Daxter at the moment. But yeah, that'll definitely be a helpful little creature later down the line. I definitely need to get myself healed up here soon, because my character's already almost dead. And look, we're already at 151, 154. Man, it's like we had 151 Pokemon. So close, yet so far away.
Auga! Auga! Dive for those orbs, Jak! Dive!
Considering how many orbs that we've collected so far, I might get lucky and hit close to 200. My speculation will be around like 180 something, just because we're already at 160. Maybe 200. We'll see. But goddamn, I hate the water ones. Trying to collect them is just real annoying. That is definitely something I need to try later, though. Is go as far out into the water as possible. I get to meet one of my favorite creatures. In fact, it's a fish, and we all know by now that Brad, the one you usually would hear in chat, really hates fish. And man, we gotta buy him a little pet, fish sooner or later, just to watch him cry. He hates that shit, but it's okay, because when he's crying over, just a little fishy, it makes me laugh a little bit. Just laughing inside, watching him cry about it. Besides, sound like a real horrible person for making him suffer over tiny little fish. It's definitely a fear I would love to see him get over one day. But other than that, yeah, you can get him a tiny little goldfish, and I'm sure he'd wet his bed. All right, we're gonna collect this last Precursor orb, and we're gonna have to call it quits for now. We'll come back and continue playing our little adventure, and I hope to see y'all again. So, goodbye.